Ever wondered how video games came into existence? Our journey begins in the mid-20th century, a period we fondly refer to as the prehistoric era of video games. It was in the late 1950s when the concept of video games was brought to life. The first ever video game, Tennis for Two, was not the product of a large tech firm, but a physicist named William Higginbotham. He created this interactive game in 1958, not for commercial success, but as a demonstration for visitors at the Brookhaven National Laboratory. Fast forward to the early 1970s and we find the first commercially successful video game, Pong, a simple yet addictive table tennis game. The creators behind this sensation were none other than Atari, a company that was to become a major player in the gaming industry. Indeed, the journey of video games began with a simple game of digital tennis, but little did anyone know, it was just the start. From the humble beginnings of Pong, video games took a giant leap in the late 1970s and 1980s. This era, fondly referred to as the golden age of video games, introduced us to the delightful 8-bit home consoles. A name that stands out from this period is the Nintendo Entertainment System, a console that brought gaming from arcades to living rooms around the globe. This era was also marked by the birth of iconic games that are still celebrated today. Who could forget the charm of Super Mario Bros., the adventure of The Legend of Zelda, or the simple yet captivating Pac-Man? Each game, in its unique way, left an indelible mark on the gaming landscape. Meanwhile, arcade games were experiencing their heyday, with teens and adults alike lining up to set new high scores. The Golden Age set the stage for what was to come, paving the way for a revolution in the gaming world. As we moved into the 90s and beyond, video games started to look and feel more like the ones we know and love today. The 16-bit era, heralded by systems like the Sega Genesis, marked a significant leap in graphic capabilities and gameplay complexity. This period was quickly followed by the advent of 3D gaming, a revolutionary shift that forever changed the landscape of gaming. As we crossed into the new millennium, gaming consoles became more powerful, paving the way for high-definition gaming. PlayStation and Xbox emerged as the new titans of the industry, with their latest iterations, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in a video game. This era also gave birth to some of the most iconic games that have defined our generation. From the sprawling epic of Final Fantasy VII, the groundbreaking first-person shooter Half-Life, to the emotionally gripping narrative of The Last of Us, these games have left an indelible mark on the industry. From pixelated sprites to photorealistic characters, video games have come a long way since their inception. With the rapid advancement of technology, the future of video games looks more exciting than ever. Imagine a world where we're not just playing games, but we're inside them, living them. Virtual reality is poised to take us there, transforming ordinary gaming into extraordinary immersive experiences. But it doesn't stop there. Augmented reality is blending the digital with the physical, turning our living rooms into interactive game boards and our cities into grand arenas. Games are becoming a part of our reality in ways we've never seen before. And then there's cloud gaming, a revolution in itself. Gone will be the days of expensive consoles and high-end PCs. With games streamed directly to our devices from powerful servers, everyone will have access to the same high-quality gaming experience. As we continue to push the boundaries of technology, who knows what the world of video games will look like in the next decade? So, from Tennis for Two to The Last of Us, we've seen an incredible evolution of video games over the past few decades. We've journeyed from the prehistoric era of video games where simple two-dimensional games like Pong held sway, to the golden age that introduced us to iconic characters like Mario and Sonic. We've watched as technology and creativity melded, ushering in the modern era of gaming. This era has given us games that are not just about high scores or defeating the boss, but about immersive, narrative-driven experiences that rival blockbuster movies. We've also glimpsed into the future, where the line between the virtual and the real world blurs, and where the possibilities are as boundless as our imaginations. We've come a long way from the days of pixelated tennis matches, but our journey is far from over. In the world of video games, the only constant is change, and we can't wait to see where this exciting journey takes us next.